Well, it's time. Actually, it's a bit early. Today we've got a schedule conflict, so we're doing the show earlier than we normally do. So let's get to it. In keeping with the doing it early, we go to the GuyerKirkReport.podbean.com, and that'll give you this look, what you see right over here. And let me scroll up there. And when you click on this link that you see for today's date, the Guy Kirk Report, happy Monday, and I hope you're having one. You go to the episode's show notes, and it'll look like this. The episode today is examining a post titled 7 Google My Business Questions Asked and Answered. Okay? And we got it from Sherry Benelli, and the link is right here. You see it? searchengineland.com/local SEO 7 Google business questions ask answered 283707. That's a session ID for the cookie they give. Now, one thing to notice in this URL, they're using dashes instead of underscores, right? Well, the underscore would make this all one word. So if someone's searching for local space SEO, local underscore SEO wouldn't come up because that's merging it all into one word instead of local and SEO separate. So that's the difference between dashes and underscore. I'd encourage you to use dashes. And so let's take a look. The 7 Google My Question asked and answered. Here's the first look. Okay. The first question, I've heard people in the search industry talk about Google top computers. Google top contributors are what? A Google top contributor is a digital marketing professional who knows the ins and outs of Google products. Those top contributors volunteer their time to respond to answer questions on Google product forums. Yes, there's even a specific forum for Google My Business, and there's the link right there. If you go right there in the show notes, remember we went to the GuyerKirkReport.podbean.com to get to this link, and there you have it. So if you're interested in becoming a top contributor, then check that out. There's the how to do it. Now I'm setting up my client's Google My Business account. To do that, I'm creating a separate Gmail address to claim their listing. Is that the right way to do it? So do I make their business at gmail.com and claim their listing on Google My Business? Well, first, it's always best if the client claims their Google My Business page and then makes you a manager of that page. So you can log in and optimize their Google My Business listing and so forth. So when they go to the Users tab, you can kind of see it there on the left, then they add you as a manage permission, okay? You're an invited manager, and you can have multiple managers. Maybe you've got one guy that's doing the maps related content, one guy that's doing the newsletter related content, and one guy that's doing the post content. So add managers as you need to. Remember, don't try to do all of it yourself. If you can outsource it to somebody to get part of it done, then that's the way you want to go. I have a restaurant as a client, and they recently updated their menu. We've noticed that there's an outdated menu on their Google My Business page. How do I get it there? And how do I fix it? Or how did it get there? How did the outdated menu? There's chances that the menu information was scraped from a site called singleplatform.com. Single Platform is a site that helps restaurants and other businesses show their menus and services listed constantly across many platforms, including Google. Think of them as the Yext for menus, okay? To remove the Single Platform menu link from your client's Google My Business listing, the business owner of the restaurant is going to need to contact Single Platform and request it gets removed. And then contact Google My Business support and request it get removed. So you get the current, updated, newest menu onto the Google My Business page. I have a cousin that has a Thai noodle restaurant, needs to know about this. A former employee verified my client's Google My Business listing, and we don't know what email address they used. What should I do? Uh-oh. Many businesses have a Google My Business listing that's already been verified by either an employee, an ad agency, or by the owner themselves, and then they forgot which email address they used. Now that employee or the agency is gone, the business owner doesn't know how to get access to the Google My Business listing. Well, since Google My Business listing is owned by the person who verified the listing, it's important they get back their listing. So go to Google My Business, sign in with the Google account they think might have been used to claim the business listing. Search for the business name and address. If it comes up in the search results, click on the listing. And if you see a dialog that says that someone else has verified the business, then you want to do one of these options. Try a different email address, request access from the current listing owner, and it tells you how to get the access from the current listing owner. You go to Google My Business, sign in with the Google account you want to use to manage the business, enter the name or address of the business, and select it from the search results. Fill out the form with your contact information. The current listing owner might need to contact you, so you need to share your contact details with them. Click Submit, and then the current listing owner is going to get an email asking them to reach out to you, and you'll receive a confirmation email that they got that. Click on the link in the email to check the status of your request. Allow 7 days for the current listing owner to respond to your request. If you haven't heard from them after 7 days, then go in and verify your affiliation with the business to get access to the business listing. Okay? You're probably going to end up calling Google My Business, but that's just my opinion. There are fake reviews about my business on my Google My Business listing. Can I get them removed? Google encourages businesses to ask for reviews from customers, unlike Yelp. It's inevitable that at some point you'll get a bad review from unhappy customers for whatever reason. And people that have that negative experience getting those reviews removed is very difficult. If there's a review that you feel violates Google's review policies, you can mark the flag next to the review and then have it checked. Okay? Flagging the review is probably the first rung of the ladder you're going to climb and getting that review removed. Okay? There's a paragraph here. Since it's not Google's position to play review cop, it's better to just try and get some positive reviews from happy customers so the negative, bogus review gets pushed down. That's what I do. I encourage clients to get a lot of reviews, positive reviews, and then that bad one is going to get scrolled down and won't be seen. How do you contact Google My Business support? I've tried to find a way to contact it, and I'm getting really frustrated. Well, here's the answer to that question. There's the phone number, which is 1-844-491-9665, right? Or via Twitter, their Twitter account is @ capital G for Google, capital M for My, capital B for Biz, B-I-Z. So at Google My Biz, with capitals of those words, gets a second way to contact you. So there's the question next, which I used to be. I'm new to Google My Business, aren't we all? Where's the best place to go to get information? Well, Google My Business can be very informative. To get started, you can check out, there's a link right there on the side. You go to Google My Business Guide. It's Google's GMB guide, it says in the link. In that, you'll see tips and tricks to optimize your Google My Business listing. Additionally, you can check out Search Engine Land's local category for a bunch of news and tips. So if you get into some more difficult challenges, you can post a question at the Google My Business forum and then ask politely for top contributors' help. Those are the people that volunteer their time, so be nice. So the author of this good post, Sherry Benelli, that wrote it and contributed it to Search Engine Land, give that girl a check. She's a SCORE mentor. There's a company she owns, Early Bird Digital Marketing. So there you have it. The 7 questions. I hope we didn't go through those too fast. If we did, you know how to get back to these, right? You go to the first link, which is the first link, the GuyerCookReport.podbean.com. Okay, that takes you to the show note links, which is there. Okay, and then that brings up Happy Monday. And the third paragraph down has got the link to Sherry's article at Search Engine Land. Okay? So, thanks for being a patron, to all the patrons out there. Thanks for listening today. And in the credits link, if we go here, the credits are going to come up. And again, starts off with thank you for taking the time to listen today. There's a link there for the blog that contains the show notes for all of the episodes. There's the parent site. There's the feed on Podbean where you can subscribe, etc., etc. Thanks to Fraser Ramsey. His podcast is Patrick and Ramsey Unleashed. It's on heartsonglive.co.uk. Sometimes I'm a part of that show. And Fraser, thanks for the nudge that got this started. Eileen Smith, Digital Diva, had a poll the other day. Do you have a podcast? I said, yeah, and it's Fraser Ramsey's fault. So if you find fault with this, if you want to give a review, go to Fraser's site and say, why did you do that to us? And thanks to Eileen, of course, for the screencast-o-matic. Check out the Facebook groups for Friends Just Chatting. There's a Facebook group for the Geyer Cook Report. We've got some links in here for the web hosting that's available from SiteGround. Thanks to Coding Brains. You see the little banner right there. Go to codingbrains.com. Tells all about them. And thanks for having a look today. Oh, and a reminder, that little blue badge right there on the side, get notifications, that's on the show note links. You'll get notifications by clicking on that. The push crew will send you some. And so on that note, thanks for being with us today. Kind of a long episode today. We'll see you tomorrow. It's a wrap.